One sunny afternoon, a young girl knocked on her neighbor's door for some good old gossip. As soon as she stepped in, she gasped and said, "Oh my God, what happened? You look like someone stole your Wi-Fi." The neighbor sighed deeply and held up a huge bouquet. "Oh, look what my useless husband sent me. It was 6 dozen roses." The girl smiled. "That's sweet. But why the long face?" The neighbor groaned. "Sweet? Are you kidding me? Now I'll have to spend the entire weekend flat on my back with my legs in the air." The girl paused, blinked twice, and said, "Well, why don't you just use a vase?" A newly married couple are in bed when the man asks his wife how many men she has slept with. After the question, the woman doesn't respond. The man asks again, "Just tell me. It's fine. How many men have you slept with?" His wife, still in total silence, just stares at the ceiling. The man says, "I am sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I just thought we could trust each other." Still silence from his wife. The man, giving up, says, "It's okay. Please don't be upset." Since the woman is still silent, the man starts hugging and kissing her, showing his affection. While he is doing this, his wife seems to come to her senses, stops looking at the ceiling, looks at him, and, upset, tells her husband, "Damn it, you made me lose count. Lose." An 8-year-old girl went up to her dad, who was working in the yard, and asked, "Daddy, what is sex?" The father, a bit caught off guard, thought for a moment. Realizing that if she was old enough to ask, she was probably old enough to get an honest answer. So, he sat her down and carefully explained the birds and the bees. When he finished, the little girl was staring at him, wide-eyed and speechless. After a pause, the father asked, "Why did you ask me this question, honey?" The little girl, still processing, looked up and said, "Well, Mom told me to tell you that dinner will be ready in just a couple of seconds." The devil appears before a new lawyer, offering him a wish in exchange for his soul. The lawyer, enthusiastically and without hesitation, wishes to be made the best damn lawyer the U.S. justice system has ever seen. Surprised at the enthusiasm, the devil asks why he seemed so excited to throw away his soul for success in this life. The lawyer simply replies, "If I'm going to anyway, I might as well be a good lawyer while doing it." A man and a woman got married, and he told her, "Since you are my wife, you should respect my traditions and habits. And I have 3 traditions. So first tradition, on Wednesdays I play football with my friends no matter what. Whether it snows or it rains, I don't care. I play football." "Is it clear for you?" husband asks his wife. "Yes, sure," she answers. So, the second tradition. "On Fridays I play poker with my friends no matter what. I play poker." "Is it clear for you?" he asks. "Yes, sure," she answers. The third tradition. "On Sundays I go fishing, no matter what. I go fishing. Whether it snows or it rains, I go fishing." "Is it clear for you?" he asks. "Yes, sure," she answers. "Any objections?" he asks. "No, I understand." His wife answers. "Maybe you have your own traditions?" he asks. She thought for a while and said, "Well, I have, but only one. Every night at 10 p.m. I have sex. Whether I have my husband beside me or I don't care, I have sex." A young mother was trying to breastfeed her 2-year-old crying baby on a bus on her way home. "Oh, John, come on. Not now. If you don't open your mouth." She glanced at an old man sitting right next to her and whispered under her breath, "I will nurse the old man." But the baby kept crying and whining. "John, stop crying or I'll nurse the old man. Now open your mouth." She whispered again so the old man could not hear her. Still, the little devil seemed to be in a bad mood. "John, for God's sake, I will nurse him right now," she murmured very angrily. Suddenly, the old man blurted out, "Ma'am, please don't play around with me. Are you going to nurse me or not? We just passed my house." Two magpies were sitting on a lawnmower handle on a farmer's lawn, watching him process and grind bologna in his barn. All of a sudden, the farmer went in the house. One magpie says to the other, "I'm hungry. Let's go in the barn and get some of that bologna before the farmer returns." They both fly into the barn and gorge themselves on the bologna. After a while, one says, "I'm stuffed. Let's get out of here." They both return to the lawnmower just in time as the farmer returns to the barn. "Oh," one says, "he's back." The other says, "I feel really sick. I'm going over into the woods and hide and rest in the shade." Whereupon he flies off the lawnmower and collapses dead on the lawn. A grandfather is hanging out with his grandson. He says, "Hey, Johnny, could you bring me the cup of medicine and the cup of soda over there?" Johnny replies, "Sure, Gramps, but why do you need the soda?" Grandpa grins and says, "I mix them so the medicine doesn't taste so awful." Johnny nods, "Good idea," and begins to pour the medicine into the soda. But Grandpa quickly interrupts. No, the other way around. You pour the soda into the medicine, not the medicine into the soda." Johnny looks puzzled and asks, "What difference does it make?" Grandpa, a bit exasperated, responds, "What difference does it make? I'm not ruining my delicious soda with that awful medicine. I'm making the medicine taste better with the soda." A blonde lady motorist was about 2 hours from San Diego when she was flagged down by a man whose truck had broken down. The man walked up to the car and asked, "Are you going to San Diego?" "Sure," answered the blonde. "Do you need a lift?" "Not for me. I'll be spending the next 3 hours fixing my truck. My problem is I've got 2 chimpanzees in the back that have to be taken to the San Diego Zoo. They're a bit stressed already, so I don't want to keep them on the road all day. Could you possibly take them to the zoo for me? I'll give you $100 for your trouble." "I'd be happy to," said the blonde. So the 2 chimpanzees were ushered into the back seat of the blonde's car and carefully strapped into their seatbelts, and off they went. 5 hours later, the truck driver was driving through the heart of San Diego when suddenly he was horrified. There was the blonde walking down the street, holding hands with the 2 chimps, much to the amusement of a big crowd. With a screech of brakes, he pulled off the road and ran over to the blonde. "What are you doing here?" he demanded. "I gave you $100 to take these chimpanzees to the zoo." "Yes, I know you did," said the blonde. "But we had money left over, so now we're going to SeaWorld." A man is crossing a busy road when he's hit by a red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, and finally another red lorry. Later that day, a young police officer knocks on the door of the man's wife to inform her of the news. Wife: "Officer, what is it?" Officer: "Your husband was in a terrible accident." Wife: "Oh no, what happened?" Officer: "Ma'am, there's no easy way to say this.